happy Monday, friends. How are you? I'm with my good friend, Dr. George again. Dr. George, say hello.
It's great to see everybody that's watching this video.
So you're looking very happy and relaxed. What were you doing this weekend?
Well, I took some time off and all I did was swim. It was a great day to do nothing.
Talk about a great activity with no stress on your joints, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the saltwater pool, which is good for your skin.
So last time I had stopped in, we said we were going to do a video for the Weekend Warriors because let's face it, it's summertime. What are you going to do? You're going to get on that bike, you're going to pick up the tennis racket, the golf club, maybe shoot some hoops, maybe go for a nice walk,
Yard
run,
work, gardening, jogging,
pull weeds,
bicycle riding,
Yeah.
whatever the activity may be.
painting in a house if you're me. That's the way my weekend went, but guess what? It's getting done, which is great. So anyway, George, tell us, what is the best way, what are some good practical tips for helping the Weekend Warriors survive the weekend?
Well, the primary tip that I want to express out to everybody that's watching this video is from Michelle Meyer, who I want to give a shout out to, who is the first female president of the American Chiropractic Association.
Is that right?
And she is excellent. She is a great person. I can't think of anybody that is better qualified to be the president of my organization. I mean, Michelle Meyer is just the best. She's simply the best.
Wow.
And she presented some research that she had done to the ACA Rehab Council in Las Vegas, and I'd like to share a little bit of that information to you. And one of the key concepts from what she presented is when you get up in the morning, like Bob likes to stretch and do yoga, but that kind of predisposes you to injury.
Are you telling me I shouldn't roll out of bed?
That's what we're saying.
And do those nice stretches and those poses?
Or if you're that individual that's going to play baseball or basketball or golf, and in your mind you've always been taught to stretch, well, that's not what you should be doing. What you should be doing is you should be warming up. And the proper way to warm up is to do some type of activity, running in place, bouncing on a gym ball, whatever it may be, to actually start sweating. And once you literally warm up where your body is warm up, that's what that means.
Okay.
Then you can go ahead and do whatever activity you're going to do. Now here's the key. When you're done, what you're going to do is stretch. That is the proper time to stretch. So you're literally going to cool down by stretching. So, a little summary of that. You're going to warm up and literally warm up. You're going to do your activity, and then you're going to cool down and literally cool down by stretching.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How important is staying well hydrated when you're out there?
It's very important. And what you're going to do, like if you're going to drink water, this is a water bottle. There's a number of ways you can do that. You can buy little packets of electrolytes and put that in your spring water.
I do that.
Another thing you can do is you can take a lemon and slice it for a lime or cucumbers and put, squeeze that lemon or that lime or put the cucumbers in that water and drink that.
That's another good idea.
And that would be an excellent way to make sure you don't get dehydrated. And you say, well, what's the big deal about that? Can you say muscle cramping?
Oh, yeah.
So the idea there is if this is happening to you, and then the typical response that patients state to me is, well, I drank a whole lot of water. Well, think about this. You're diluting the electrolytes you already have. How's that going to work? Well, how did that work for you? Oh, you got cramps. Oh, gee, why? I wonder. What else could happen?
So what electrolytes in particular should I look for?
There are a lot of different things that you can look for, but basically what happens when you get cramping, your ratio between potassium and calcium is off. And see, when calcium rushes in the cell, potassium rushes out. So you got to have a balanced potassium-calcium ratio. And there are a lot of good products out there that you can get to do that. Or you can simply buy, something like Gatorade. But if you're going to buy Gatorade, buy the Gatorade Zero, which means zero sugar. And I'm going to give a quick little thought about sugar. And Bob can attest to this because he witnessed this happen to me twice. Twice a patient was being, or thought they were being, nice to me and bought me Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee, but they put cream and sugar in it. The problem wasn't the coffee or the cream. I love Dunkin' Donuts. That's my favorite coffee. It was the sugar. White granular sugar really impacts you, and I've learned since I went on my diet, which we talked about in earlier videos, if you want to go back and review that, of the impact that when I gave up sugar back in last June, every time I've revisited and drank something with sugar in it again, it had a very bad outcome.
Yeah.
So the first time, it flared up my allergies for 3 weeks. This last time is the worst, the absolute worst I ever felt, and it lasted almost 6 weeks.
So my buddy Dr. Seaman,
David Seaman.
David calls that dietary crack, and there's a reason, because it lights up your entire brain.
Absolutely, and it was so bad the last time, and this is a great thing. Notice the title here, it says deflame. Well, what you're deflaming is your joints, and my reaction to the sugar was so severe. Every joint in my body hurt. My hair hurt. I couldn't even touch my scalp. My teeth hurt. My shoulder, my fingers. Oh my God, it so impacted me. So the key.
Now you've been clean. Imagine
Since
someone
last June.
Imagine someone that's living on this daily and just doesn't realize
Absolutely.
what it's doing to them.
So here's a picture of David, a personal friend of ours, autograph book he autographed for me. But I followed a deflame diet. I had a lot of conversations with David and with a good friend of mine, Gray Cook, who also lost 50 pounds. Might add, give a shout out to Gray.
Massive.
He looks great. And from all that conversation, I eliminated sugar, gluten, with minimal dairy and followed the deflame diet.
And guess what? Your hands don't hurt anymore.
Nothing hurt. I was feeling great. And then I had a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee with sugar in it.
And the crack went to work.
And think about this. The first time it only lasted 3 weeks, but the second time it lasted 6 weeks. And it was much worse, and everything hurt so bad I thought I was going to die.
So weekend warriors, don't stretch when you first get out of bed. Hydrate well. Use your electrolytes. Warm up. And
Here's the biggest thing, okay? The first thing you want to do, whether you're playing baseball, golf, whatever it is, just kind of like, do things to break yourself out in the sweat where your body is literally becoming warm.
there you go.
Then go ahead and play around the golf, and then when you're done, go ahead and go through the stretches or play your baseball or whatever it might be. And the other tip is make sure that you're hydrated. Drink Gatorade, drink water with lemon, with lime, with cucumbers, water with, electrolytes in it,
Great
whatever the case
suggestions.
may be. And most importantly, be relaxed, have a good time, don't have anything on your mind, and just go out there and just feel great about whatever it is you're doing.
And then when you're done, cool down, do your stretching, do your yoga, meditation, whatever it is you want to do. That's the time to get it done.
But for weekend warriors, the best thing to do is, make sure that you do all the proper steps, hydrate, warm up, do your activity, stretch, cool down, whatever it is, make sure you're consistent and do that all the time. Whether you're bike riding, going for an evening walk, whatever it is, make sure you have the proper attire, you have the proper instructions, and most importantly, see your physician and make sure you're physically fit to do whatever it is you want to do.
Yep.
And then our little tips will benefit you, at least we hope so.
George, to be continued. As always, thank you for your wisdom and sharing with our audience.
Once again, have a great day.
Take
We'll
care,
be back.
guys.